Nestled just outside of Grand Rapids, Minnesota, the Forest History Center offers a fascinating look into Minnesota's lumber industry over the past 150 years. Visitors can see historical reenactments at the old-time logging camp, or even climb a fire tower for a bird's-eye view of the amazing forest around Grand Rapids.
Eldon! Buzz, come quick, it's Eldon Marples. He's had a bad accident.
No, this looks bad. Oh,
Miss Kate, we need your glass to see if he's breathing.
I don't think so.
He twisted more than his ankle.
Oh, I don't have any frost or smoke on there. Oh, no.
I think he's seen his last Christmas.
The Forest History Center, probably our core experience that's best known is what you're seeing today, the greatest logging camp tour in the Northwoods, and we've been putting that on here since 1978. So it's a well-honed program, and in the summertime, people really like to come out here and enjoy that. You learn all about a 1900 logging operation, medium-sized camp that operated much like the other 300 or so did back in 1900 in the Northwoods of Minnesota. And so we tell the story of what life was like in a day in the camp, to be exact, December 15th, 1900. To boot, we also have a great visitor center with interactive exhibits. We have a 100-foot fire tower that you can climb. We have 5 miles of trails that go through the woods and along the Mississippi River. So all kinds of wildlife encounters.
Say the sawyers have the best job in the whole camp because they get paid for the full day. They only work half the day. So while you're pulling, you're going to rest.
Lumbering made Minnesota a great state. It's a big part of Minnesota's story historically, and it's still a big part of the story today. Developing forest products here in Minnesota is still significant. In fact, today they produce more lumber products in Minnesota than they did in 1900. In the Great Lakes region here, it was winter logging, which is different than other parts of the country. So they laid ice roads and used sleighs, did their work in the wintertime. It's called hard ground logging. We also call it the cut and run logging era. And when I say this, I'm talking about the era here in Minnesota from 1837 to say 1900, before government regulation kicked in, before the Forest Service really got going, both at the federal and state levels. So logging companies could come in and get the right to cut timber on land. They didn't have to worry about environmental issues at all. They could clear cut everything, and they didn't worry about planting new trees or anything about what may happen tomorrow. So they weren't thinking about posterity. They were thinking about making money fast right then and there. So in 1900, they produced 2.3 billion board feet of pine. Today we have many more diverse products that are produced here in Minnesota, and the forests are as productive as ever.
Where are we going to find somebody fool enough to get back up there and...
Oh, don't look at me. I'm not going up there.
Hey, there we go. This young feller looks like he needs a job.
Today we would think it was a very harsh life. They worked from sun up to sundown. You're here in northern Minnesota where temperatures can reach minus 40 degrees. And these men worked hard. If you were a sawyer, you could plan on making 100 cuts a day, trees that were 3 to 5 feet in diameter, perhaps 120 feet tall. That's a lot of work on a misery whip. They ate great food here, but at the same time you were sleeping in a bunkhouse with 79 other guys where lice prevailed and you didn't get to take a bath every day.
So you want those teeth to be a little bit wider than the base of the saw. So if he puts it on a tooth and it's still rocking, it needs to be filed and resharpened. Just keep all those about the same length.
The staff at the Forest History Center is really a unique crew. Mike Adams today, he played Jake. He actually has quite a teamster background and has worked with horses all of his lives.
Well, first of all, I would like to introduce our hardest working crew in the entire Northland, and that would be Miss Jubilee and Alyssa, the horses.
And used to pack in Montana and other things like that. So they come, most of them, with multiple talents. For instance, one of our fellows is a master green woodworker. He built our sleigh down here. He's rebuilt some of the other equipment we have down here. And at the same time, he also does living history. Some of our other interpreters are master naturalists. So we're doing a lot of new programming now. We're becoming known for not just having the greatest logging camp tour in the Northwoods, but that we also put on a diverse array of other types of programming and collaborate with many other organizations to make that happen. We don't have the talent and the expertise here on our own staff. So when we invite others to use this as a great forest platform to deliver programs, and it's really worked out well. You know, when Lewis and Clark and the Corps of Discovery went across the United States, they came back and reported that resources were inexhaustible. You know, and that wasn't all that many years before 1900. By 1900, they were beginning to realize that resources were indeed exhaustible, and you had to do something about it. You had to become stewards of the land. So things had changed in 100 years in terms of perspective. And since 1900, a lot has changed again. We think much differently about forests now, and have learned a lot more about them, about how to better manage them and take care of them and educate the public about them. And that's what we do here at the Forest History Center.
Prairie Mosaic is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008, the North Dakota Council on the Arts, and by the members of Prairie Public.